Welcome to the Snap programming tutorial number 2. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a basic program that includes a motion map for 2 different objects. All right, to start off, we're going to create a new file. You may have already, you may still have your old file up on your screen, but to do that, go to the File button on the top left, File, and then New. And as long as you've saved your old project, yes, you can replace the current project with a new one. And actually, just to get started here, we're going to create a motion map that has 2 different images, one of a red car and one of a blue car, and we're going to get that from ClipArt from Google. So go to Google, and we're going to do an image search. We're going to start with blue car ClipArt, and go to the image search. And what we're actually looking for here is what's called a PNG image. So I think the first one might be, if I select it and right-click, Save Image As, you'll see that it's a PNG image. So I'm going to save this. I'm going to call it Blue Car. And then do the same thing for a red car. So red car, ClipArt. Let's see. I've done this before, and it looks like the third car on that comes up on the search has better definition or is a little bit more detailed. So I'm going to save that one. So right-click, Save Image As, red car.png. I'm replacing it because I've already found this file before. Yes, and I'm saving these both to my desktop. You might save these to your W drive. Okay, going back into Snap, here's what to do with that. If you looked at the scripting area, there's actually 3 tabs in the top. The second tab is called Costumes, and this is where you can change the costume or the picture for the object that your sprite is controlling. So I'm going to drag this over a little bit so I can see the red car and blue car images here. And I'm going to start with the blue car. I'm going to drag it into the just onto the web page here and let it go. Go back and maximize this. Now you'll see that the image that I just put in here is taking up the entire stage, the entire screen on the stage. So there's ways of editing the image. If you right-click the image and select Edit, you can do some coloring in here. You can draw your own image if you like. In this case, I'm going to shrink the image, and I've done this before. I'm going to click the shrink button 30 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, that's just the size that I decided that I wanted it. I'm going to click OK, and that's for the blue car. You can also do that for the red car. We're going to do that a little bit later. Okay, going back into scripts, we are now going to create a script or a list of commands. It's going to tell this to move, and it's also going to create a motion map. So let's start by going to the control blocks, and I'm going to do the hat lock that says when the green flag is clicked. I'm going to go grab some motion blocks, and I'm going to use the one that says move 10 steps. If you watched the first screencast, I showed that it's a good idea for something like this to put a wait in between. That way it'll say move 10 steps, it'll wait there for a second, move 10 steps, wait for a second. So let's do that a few times. Move 10 steps, wait, wait, move 10 steps, wait. So this will be creating a bit of a motion map. All right, so to actually start this, I can click on the script itself on the top of it, or I can click on the green flag just above the stage. Let's do that. Good. And so you just saw the car move 3 different times, just 10 steps forwards each time. Let's change something about that and make it go a little bit farther. I'm going to type in 50 steps on each of the move blocks. Let's click the green flag again. 2, 3. So there we go. We saw that motion map. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to click on the green flag one more time. 1, 2. Actually, now that we've run this program a few times, the green car is completely off of the screen. Each time I run it, it's just going to keep moving to the right. Even if we just zoom it or expand the stage, it's all the way off the stage. So that shows us there's something that we should change about our program. And actually, what we're going to do is go back to the motion blocks. I separated the between the hat block and the first command. And at the very beginning of my program, I'm going to have it tell the car to go to 0, 0 on the screen. And I'm going to put a wait block in there too. So it's going to go to 0, 0, wait, go to 0, 0, wait for a second, and then move. Okay, here's the flag button to see it start. There it is at 0, 0, and there it is moving a couple times. Okay, so interestingly enough too, 0, 0 happens to be the very center of the screen. If we want it to start somewhere on the left of the screen, we can type in negative numbers. I think it's around negative 200. Let's see what that does. Click the green flag again. Yep, there we go. So it started on the very left-hand side of the screen and moved forward a few times. Okay, one more step that I'd like to show on how to make a motion map. If you go to the pen blocks, the green ones, there's something called stamp that will show an image of that object and leave it there. So I'm going to have, right after I have it go to its starting position, I'm going to have it add the stamp block. It's in the wrong place. So go to the starting position, stamp block. After it moves the first time, I'm going to add a stamp block. After it moves again, I'm going to add another stamp block. Okay, and let's see what this program does. So I'm going to, when the green arrow flag is clicked, there it is at the beginning. And you can see it moving forward. All right, I'm going to click on this again. There's something else happening here, kind of like how we needed to reset the position of the object. It's actually a good idea for us to reset the screen. So if I click the green flag again, you can see the car moving, but the old images stay there. So kind of like we reset the initial position of the car at the very beginning of the program, let's also add this clear command to the very top. And what that's going to do is when you click the green flag, the first thing that's going to happen is the screen is going to be completely cleared. Then it's going to put the object where we want to at the start and then make the motion map from there. So let's click the green flag one more time. There it is at the start. The screen's cleared. And each time that we do this, it's going to start over by clearing the screen. Okay, so we just made a motion map. The next thing I'm going to show you is how to make a motion map for a second object or a second sprite that runs in parallel or runs at the same time. So to do that, we're going to leave this code here. Nothing's going to happen to it. But in the sprite command panel on the bottom right, we're going to click the arrow that says add a new turtle sprite. That's kind of just the default costume for it. So I'm going to click on that. It added a new one. This is it. It's kind of oriented in a random direction, which is okay for now. And we're going to go into the costumes tab in the scripting area, and let's make this our red car. So I'm going to drag the red car from the desktop onto here. And you'll notice it's oriented in kind of a weird angle. There's a couple buttons on the top tier. I want it to only face left and right, and don't rotate. There we go. So I can click, anyway, that button to make it turn to the right. I'm also going to edit this. So right-click, edit, and shrink it just like I did with the blue car. I'm going to click this 30 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then actually, let's do that. Okay, so click OK. So here's our red car. I can go into the scripting area, and you'll notice there's no script here. So this is really a new thing. It's in a new place. If I go back and click on the sprite for the blue car, you'll see I still have the script there for it, but the red car, we haven't written any code for it itself. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to write a very similar program. When the flag is clicked, we're going to start by clearing the screen. And actually, I'm going to leave that out. I don't know if we need that. The blue car command for clearing the screen might do that for us already. But I am going to have the car move to a certain location. Go to X0, Y0. I'm going to have it also start at negative 200. Instead of having it start at Y equals 0, which will mean it'll be overlapping or directly on top of the blue car, I'm going to have it at like Y equals 50. And actually, just to see what that looks like, I'm going to start this. There we go. So there it is at negative 200, and then y equals 50. Okay, let's see. Next, to make the motion map, we're going to have it move. And since the red car is typically faster than the blue car, at least in the tumble buggy lab it was, we're going to have it move. Instead of 50 steps, let's have it do 80 steps, something like that. And I'm also going to put the wait control in. So it's going to go to a certain location, wait, move, wait. I'm going to add the stamps in there so it shows the location. So it goes there, it creates a stamp, waits, moves, create another stamp. Okay, and then actually something else that I'm going to show you here. So we could do the same process that we did with the blue car of having it, just continuing to have it move by putting move commands in. But I'm going to show you how to use some of the other control blocks. So there are some of these blocks that look like they are C-shaped, that are repeat or if statements or if-else statements. These are loops of sorts that you can put some of the command blocks in. So I'm going to separate out these three, the moving 80 steps, creating an image, waiting, and I'm going to put a repeat block in. And so let's say I'm going to have this process repeat 5 times, and I'm going to put it back in there. So if we look at this program, what's going to happen when I click it, it's going to put the image at the starting location, create an image of that or create a stamp, wait, and then 5 different times it's going to go through moving it, stamping it, waiting, moving it, stamping it, waiting. All right, I'm actually not sure at the moment, thinking back if we need to clear it. Just in case we do, I'm going to go back and put our clear at the very beginning there. Okay, so let's see what this one looks like. When the green flag is clicked. Oh, goodness. All right. So it almost did what we wanted, but if you'll notice, it's having it move at kind of a weird angle here. Now, I think what's happened is the can rotate. Let me click that. I don't want it to rotate. Only face left and right. Don't rotate. Let's try this again. No, it's angled. All right, so we're a little stuck here, but we've got a fix for this. This might not be the best fix. It'd be best to figure out how to make sure that that sprite doesn't rotate in the first place. But since it is rotated for some reason, when we start our script, we can go to one of our motion blocks, and there's one of them that says point in direction. Actually, point towards. Let's look what that one says. Point towards. No, let's not do that. Point in direction. 90 degrees says to the right. So when it first places it on the screen, it's going to be pointing to the right. All right, let's give that a shot. All right, there we go. I think we made a mistake by adding this clear at the very beginning. So I'm going to get rid of that, put this together. Let's try it one more time. Green light. All right, there they are. Motion maps simultaneously for both the red car and the blue car. The red car we had go for, besides the starting time, 5 additional times. At a faster speed, the blue car we had move three different times. All right, so you've created your first motion map as part of a program. Make sure that you save this file. So file save. I'm going to call this red car, blue car. Save. And congratulations.